What's good, everybody? It is Monday evening of Beat That Team Up North week. Y'all know what it is, man. It's here. Let's get it. Yesterday was a great day to kick it off with the pod, and we're going to keep it going today. Listen, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not already done that. We're getting closer. I mean, we're like inching. It's just like, boom, this is like, they keep coming in. We're getting closer. You can be the one to get us over the hump. So we highly encourage you to do that. Also, for the podcasters who like Apple Podcasts, please subscribe to Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review. Doesn't take long, helps us out tremendously. We greatly appreciate it. And we're going to talk more about who's playing first versus the team up north and who's not. And we'll talk about the matchup, of course, and all the banterings that come along with it. Also, when you send those fantastic super chats that y'all always send, helps to go towards the pay it forward, which is our military, our first responders. We always going to look out for them because they always look out for us. And we got the homie Nevada Buck back in the building. What's up, sir?
Hey, B. Well, yeah, and I want to thank everybody for making us the #1 Ohio State podcast on YouTube, and thank you guys so much. Put us over the top at 37,000. We're approaching the all-time high. You can help us be on the all-time high, but we just appreciate you guys for all your support and love. And man, what a crazy week this has been. Sometimes I forget the intensity and the craziness of the Ohio State Michigan game. Like, it kind of goes from like year to year, and you're like, man,
Yeah.
things are a little bit different. The college football playoff has changed things, but man, it's palpable. Like, you can feel the energy just pulsing through the thing right away, and it's different, man. It's definitely different. Like, it's not just another regular season game. People are fired up. I'm fired up. I can't wait for it to go, and it's only Monday. So I'm ready to run through the wall already.
Yeah, man, it's been good. And I was just watching a clip of Joe Klatt arguing with some SEC guys about what was more intense, the Iron Bowl, or what was the biggest rivalry, the Iron Bowl or the game. And it was some contention there, and I thought that was funny. I'm like, y'all's
But
little
B B
Alabama Bowl
B
ain't
it- B
touching us.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, B, is that really a serious conversation?
they,
You know what I mean?
bro, listen, they were mad at Joe Klatt. I mean, they were like, "Don't do that, don't you do that." I mean, like they were upset.
No,
And Joe was just sitting there shaking his head like, it's not even the same hemisphere. Like, what
no,
are we
it's
talking about here? But it was 3-1. It was three of them versus him. So,
yeah. I mean, you might as well compare the Apple Cup or the Egg Bowl or something else, or one of these other great rivalry games to the game. But no, there's nothing quite like the game, and people are fired up, and I love it, man. It's everything I love about college football rolled up into one, and just with all the great storylines, and frankly, I think I can enjoy the game more now, knowing that there's still a path to something beyond this, regardless of the outcome of the game. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
before it was like, man, it was live or die. Like, you lived or you died. This game literally ended your season, or you kind of went on with the prize still on. And I think it's actually making the game more enjoyable to me. And I think, frankly, that's going to be one of the understories for Ryan Day, because I think he's going to be able to enjoy the game more too. He can let her rip without some of the consequences that had faced, previous, or John Cooper. John Cooper never got the benefit of this. John Cooper, when he played, if he lost this game, that was it.
Yeah.
There was no coming back from it. And I think that's actually going to help Ryan Day a lot, and I think it's going to help Ohio State a lot. And I'm like I said, I'm so excited. I can't wait for the game on Saturday, man.
Me
Do we have the
either.
weather? Do we have the
Yes.
weather report? Okay,
Yes, we do.
what is the latest weather from B Moses?
Let me get
Trick
some
Daddy,
music.
trick, trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy. Oh Lord, this is
Uh,
so stupid. All right. So let me take it off. All right, Ann Arbor, we got 31 degrees, 40% chance of precipitation, which will be snow flurries, and wind is 8 miles per hour. So that's pretty
Perfect.
tame.
That's very tame.
That's
That's
pretty tame. People
Yeah.
are talking about, man, I'm worried about the weather. Why? This is nothing. Like
No.
cold rain is that's a no-no. Slippery, cold is just give me flurries and 30 degrees. I mean, Cause shoot, Nevada, the Michigan game last year was colder than this. I mean, it was cold. The Tennessee game, that was cold. Like 31 with flurries. Yeah, that's perfect. That's fine. So that's where we are right now, Nevada.
Well, as long as it's not high wind. High wind to me is the only thing
Yeah,
that's kind of the deal breaker. If you get high wind, it's really hard to throw the football. But cold. I mean, heck, Will Howard, who is not as good a passer as Julian Sand, maybe more complete quarterback. Force of nature with his legs and everything else like that. But you're right. That night in Tennessee, the Tennessee game was brutal. I don't know, it was 0 or 8 or whatever the heck that was. And
yeah.
he was dicing that night, man. He was throwing it all over the lot. And we didn't have any trouble throwing. We didn't have any trouble catching. So yeah, no, I'm excited about that. I appreciate the weather report, B.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, people been talking about him just like, man, y'all listen, even the notorious game where there was like 9 Buckeye fans online that talked about the weather was the reason we lost, and Michigan fans trying to make it seem like the whole fan base blamed the weather. Even in that game, CJ Stroud threw like for a nice yardage and touchdowns. Like we didn't have a problem throwing the ball. And
You,
so,
you, you mean the game they were cheating? You mean the
yes,
game where they were at
the
the
first game
absolute
they started cheating.
the zenith of their cheating, like before anything had come out there, and they were in the zenith of their cheating scandal. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that probably had a little bit more to do with it than the weather. Just,
Right.
just my opinion. Now, have you ever seen a national champion team, have less players do less in the NFL than those Michigan guys? I mean,
No.
it's uncanny how bad they've been. It's almost like the cheating really mattered.
I'm
And I,
so
I saw a
glad you
stat today too, of the 8,324 quarterbacks to ever take a snap in the NFL. JJ McCarthy is ranked 8,323rd. True story. He is second to last. The only one worse, Jamarcus Russell, is the
that is
only
crazy.
8,323 out of 8,324. That's how bad that quarterback was for Michigan. So maybe the cheating mattered. Just saying.
Now, JJ was 9 that bad though, because that's a different cat right there.
Nine, 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 nine,
9.
nine. No,
So I got this pulled up from Twitter, ML Football Twitter account. Craziest stat of the day. It's another one for y'all. Quarterback JJ McCarthy would have had a higher passer rating if he would have just spiked the ball in every play. Spiked the ball in every play, 39.6 rating. McCarthy rating today, 34.2. Disaster in Minnesota is the final caption. Hilarious. I love it. Like I thoroughly enjoy this. I'm thoroughly enjoying the content. All you content creators on TikTok and IG, God bless you. You are gentlemen and scholars for this JJ Mid Carthy onslaught that he certainly earned with his antics and his terrible play. And yeah, like I said, I said this before. Your boy Colin Cowherd, the fact that he had to come out and point to, hey, these Michigan guys aren't doing so well, not going to this logical conclusion of cheating because he's a hardball sucker, but he said it. Like, what's going on with this? And it's clear. It's clear. All these supposed studs. Oh, we're studs. Y'all had about 50-11 seniors on your team. You were cheating. You knew where the play was going to go. And now, looky, you're in the NFL and you're getting exposed. I love it.
Oh,
Freaking
well, I just
hilarious.
funny little story. I've told this before about how Colin Coward was the first person that told me it was months before the draft that JJ was going to go in the
Yeah.
first round, and I go, "There's
Yeah.
no way he's going to go in the first round, Colin. You're out of your mind." He goes, "I'm telling you, he's going in the first round." And sure enough, it happened. And I always thought it was great. So yesterday, I'm watching the Packers game when I'm on my trip coming back home. Packers Vikings and McCarthy minus 27 yards in a second. I'm just brutal, 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 brutal. So I text him and I text him and I'm like, Colin, JJ's ass, my dude. And he wrote back, you're right, he is ass.
Colin
So
seemed like a cool dude in person, man.
oh,
He
he's the best. Seriously, he is the best, and such a fun guy to hang out with. He's got such smart banter and sports. He can talk any sport, and yeah, truly gifted guy to do what he does. But I mean, literally responded within 5 seconds. I sent that text 5 seconds later. He's like, You're right, man. He's ass.
I mean, it's clear, and I love it. I'm sorry, I just do. I
Yes, me
do.
too. Guilty pleasure.
I'm yeah. I'm swimming. I'm swimming in the tears, backstroking in the tears. So but anyway, so Nevada. Listen, you've been out for a few days. You've been on your Nevada, San Diego. Where in the world is Nevada, San Diego? Some of you young pups don't know about that, but I want to get your thoughts, or what have you been hearing from your peoples? Your peoples. We talked about Tate and JJ last night. Nothing has changed. We've been telling y'all from the get go about that. But Nevada, what's up, man? What's the latest? What you got, man, for who's playing or who's not?
Well, here's what I can say. I have been calling all of my sources on this one, and this is one of the times where all of my sources are saying the same thing. And generally, when they're all saying the same thing, then I feel pretty good about the information.
Yeah.
And what I've got consistently is that JJ and Carnell are both playing this weekend. And I really believe that that's the fact. I really believe it was just an abundance of caution that called Ohio State. And I know there's 1,000 rumors going around because trust me, I've heard them all. I have heard them all. I've gotten text messages and direct messages and posts and calls and things with every possible. Carnell's being held out. Carnell had a setback. Carnell is out for the season. Carnell's done for good. I mean, all this stuff. And then I just check with the people that know. And when I talk about the people that know, I'm talking about firsthand type of
Mm.
information. They all say they're playing. So I am willing to go on the line and say, I know there's other places that are saying whatever, 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 and I'm not going to even go to that. They're playing, and I think if it was in a pinch, if we weren't in a scrimmage last week against Rutgers, they could have gone last week. But this is the game, and you play them, and heaven forbid you lose. Well, that means you get a buy next week because you just don't play the Big Ten championship game, which I mean, they get a chance to rest up. They get a chance to rest up after that. They 3 weeks off or whatever it is, and you get ready for the college football playoff. And if you win, and if they're hurt or if they're re-aggravated, then you have a decision to make during the Big Ten championship game. Because if you lose the Big Ten championship game against Indiana, and this is a 1-2 matchup of two undefeateds, how far are you going to fall to two? I mean, you're not going to fall past three. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, that game really, not saying doesn't matter. I'm just saying doesn't affect your pursuit of the national champion goal. So you may have some decisions to make there. But for everything that I've heard, everything that I've seen, everything that I know, I think Ohio State's going to be all hands on deck for this weekend against Michigan. And I, this was not part of your question, but I'm gonna say it because this is what I believe. I think Ohio State's going to come out throwing the ball and up tempo. I
Yeah.
think I really
Yeah.
I believe what we saw at Wisconsin was a dry run for what you're going to see in this game. And
Yes,
and
sir.
and it's what they've been practicing and I've been waiting for them to go since. And we saw how deadly effective it was against Wisconsin, and then they put it in the bag. And the only thing you can surmise from that is, well, we're saving that. We're saving it because they practiced it every week, but they haven't dialed it up yet. I think they're going to try to play the game as fast as possible. I think they're going to try to have as many offensive plays as possible, as many possessions as possible, and I think that's the key. That's the path to their success, and that starts with having those two Marmaduke wide receivers, Carnell Tate, J.J. Smith, and now you've. I've been talking about them all year, but now you guys are seeing it. The emergence of Max Clare. Max Clare's becoming a weapon, and this is the first time in 25 years that an Ohio State wide receiver, or excuse me, tight end had caught 5+ passes in 3 consecutive games. I mean, that is not an accident. That's a trend. And if you throw a credible wide receiving or tight end threat in there with all these great wide receivers and all these great running backs that can catch the ball, we're going to be very difficult to defend. So all hands on deck, playing and throwing and going fast in Michigan. Now watch. watch the exact opposite happen as that. But I don't think so.
No, Nevada, you
I don't
cooking.
think so.
Don't go that
I don't
way.
I don't think so, man. I don't want Ryan Day on Friday night to go to bed and be like, maybe we do have to win the rushing battle. Maybe winning the rushing battle really is the key to winning the game. And so, that 15 plays we got, Brian, I'm ripping them up and I'm just changing it to run up the middle, 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 wear them down. So it's going to go one way or the other, but I'm thinking it's going to be let her rip tater chip on Saturday. I'm calling it right now.
You said he got like a little angel on his shoulder, little devil on his shoulder.
Oh my
Like win the
gosh,
rushing
yeah.
battle, Ryan. No, up tempo,
Show
you
them,
idiot.
show them. Show them, show them. You
Right.
have to win the rushing battle. We have to put 4 tight ends, put 5 tight ends in there, Ryan. Let's go. Come on.
So in my best church mother voice, the devil is a liar. No, what you were saying, Nevada, is going to happen. Listen, and I got some update. I'm about to show y'all something. The homie Dev, who's also a gentleman and a scholar, just sent me something, Nevada. I'm about to show it. But before I say that or do that comment he made about flipping the switch, I believe we're going to see that switch flipped. And I know we have doubters and say, you just can't flip a switch. Watch us. Watch us flip the switch. It's one thing to flip the switch without having preparation for it. And it's another thing to have the personnel and preparation for it. That Wisconsin game call out was a perfect comp. I think you are spot on. I absolutely believe that's going to be the game plan. And I was saying the other day that I think people are going to be so excited about this game plan, and they're going to say, "What was this last year? This is what it's going to be just very, very pleasing to the soul." And so you just made me want to run through a brick wall, Coach Nevada, because I see it, I feel it, and I'm excited as well. Now, did you want to respond before? Actually, I'll go ahead and pull this up as you're responding if you want to.
Well, I just want to say, I mean, I always look at it like in life, whatever decisions you make in life, your decisions, personal decisions, financial decisions, whatever it is, I always look at in terms of say, okay, what's the worst case scenario that can happen here? You know what I'm saying? Like what bad things can happen, and can I live with those bad results? And if you go fast, and say we go fast, say we take the ball, okay, and we go incomplete, incomplete, incomplete punt, right? You know what I think, B? I think that only took 30 seconds, and we still got 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter because they're not going to be able to hold us down the whole time. Give me as many possessions as possible.
Yeah.
Let me have my best players touching the ball, and my best players, without a doubt, on the offense are Julian Sane, Carnell Tate, JJ Smith. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's go through those guys, and if we go down with that, you know what? I can live with that. I can live with that. If we go
Yeah.
down swinging, throwing, last year was hard to take because we all knew that we were there was something else going on. It was Ryan was trying to prove a point. I mean, it was a ridiculous. Now, and there's lots of things that went on in that the hip flexor, tear for the kicker, Will Howard's pinched nerve slash concussion. I mean, there's lots of things going on. But the bottom line is we didn't play our game. We did not play
Yeah.
our game. And I felt when Ryan came out against Tennessee, and you were there, and I were there, and when he came out throwing, I felt like, okay, that's the game. Let's play this game. And if we lose against Tennessee throwing the football, you know what? I can live with that. And we didn't. We rode that to the national championship. That's the path, man. That is absolutely the path for Ryan. And if he messes, if it goes terribly wrong, you know what? Well, we got our bye. We just got our bye in the Big Ten championship game instead of the first round of the playoff. It's the same. You still got to win 4 games. The other way we had to win 4 games, it was just called Indiana and then 3 in the playoff. This way, you just got to win 4 in the playoff. That's it's I can live with that. So Ryan, if you're listening, you probably are right now. The days are probably huddled around the radio like back in the 50s or something like that, and they're like, "Hey, Daddy, what is Nevada Buck going to say about you?" I'm like, Ryan, I'm speaking to you right now. Okay, throw the football. Throw the football. You've got the best wide receiving tandem, maybe in school history. You've got the best receiving tight end, maybe in school history. You've got a great pass blocking offensive line up in front of you. You've got the most accurate quarterback in the history of college football. let's throw the football, Ryan, and just let her rip and let the chips fall where they may, and let's go get this one.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. The super
Let her
chats
rip.
are stacking up quickly. Y'all are killing it. I'm just like, I'm getting nervous. Like, man, can I read all this? It's like, am I going, get exhausted? But no, this is great. Some great stuff already. I'm about to pull this up right now. Let's pull this up. Because if you don't,
this isn't going to be one of Devin's mad ramblings about his golf drive or anything else like that. No.
Yeah, this is Devin rambling about his Charles Barkley golf swing and how awful he is at golf.
Oh man, Charles,
No,
it kills me. Devin's like, oh man, I was 300 par today, and I was this and that. And I'm like, Devin, you can't talk to us mortals with those 350-yard drives and everything else that you're hitting out there. So I don't want to hear about his golf anymore. So if he's got inside information, you can share it. But if it's golf related, I'm not listening to it. Right, I'm turning
no
off.
golf. Thank you,
No golf.
Lord. No
Okay,
golf.
no,
So
no
again,
golf.
if you don't believe Scoop and all what we've been telling you from day one about this situation, believe this young man. Okay, right here. Give me just a moment. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm sharing. Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
Dealing with a little situation.
First things first, it's on everybody's mind. The question. How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing?
I'm feeling good. Dealing with a little situation, injury-wise, but I should be good to go Saturday.
And there you have it. From the horse's mouth, let me pause this. From the horse's mouth himself. So, Nevada?
Yeah, look. Everybody on the team thinks he's playing. All the people close to the program think he's playing, and that sounds like a guy that believes he thinks he's playing too. And also Ryan Day came out today. Ryan Day came out today and said that both Carnell and JJ are trending in the right direction to play on Saturday.
Of course they
So,
are.
yeah. So that's. I mean, now again, you can talk about gamesmanship. You can talk about is he trying to? Look, I I've heard gamesmanship from Ohio State before. I just can't believe that everybody would be in on this because I'm telling you, I've talked to a lot of people because I know what people want to talk about. They don't want to talk about Devin's golf game. They don't want to talk about B. Moses's weather report. They don't want to talk about Nevada Bucks just
Hey.
mad movie ramblings or anything else like that. They want to talk about what's going on with Carnell and JJ. So I know what calls I needed to make. So I was making the calls. I was putting out the texts. I was putting out the feelers. And they're all saying the same thing. Those guys are playing. Now, Michigan, on the other hand, they got some guys that aren't. I don't think Bredesten's playing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah.
yeah,
Because
obviously, Funky had broken a while back before anybody knew that Justice Haynes was done.
yeah.
I don't know if Marshall's going to go or not. I don't know if Marshall's going to go. Here's the thing, and I mean this sincerely. I don't care whether Marshall goes or whether they're. I think those guys are all just. I think Justice Haynes was a difference maker. I really do. I think Justice Haynes was a really, really good back. I think these other guys are just guys,
Mid.
just jags. And so I think for Michigan, now Michigan also has that defensive player Hausman or whatever it was that said
Yeah.
that God came down and told him to play or something like that, which is
Something
really
like that,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, if God came down and told him to play, that's kind of cool, isn't it? B. I mean, God's busy. God's got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? That you got wars and famine and all this stuff like that, and he comes down and tells this guy to play. I mean, that's pretty good of God to do
Fret
that,
not,
man.
my son.
Play.
Play.
Yeah,
You shall lose, but you will play.
You sure that was God? That was when Sharon Moore sneaking in your room, their house, but sure.
Oh, Lord
Uh,
Jesus. Rivalry week is just unlike no other. But
it
yes,
is
this
though.
real quick, and we're gonna get the super chats because they are stacking. Bredesen, quote from Sharon Moore: injury didn't look the best. Hoping he'll be back this weekend. The scum boards are freaking out. Bredesen, for those who don't know, he's a key cog in their run game. He's like the fullback. He's a good blocker, physical guy. They're gonna lose regardless if he plays or not. But if he doesn't play, that's a huge blow for them. Huge. And I mean, the way it's looking, he's not gonna be 100%, even if he does play. So that's a significant injury for them. Mr. Mid himself, Samaj Morgan, is a go. He's playing. And their tight end was a little dinged up as well. So, like you said, I don't care. whatever. Roll them out there. We're going to handle business regardless, Nevada.
Yeah, well, Josh Padilla here is good to go as
Yes,
well.
I forgot to mention that. Thank you. Yep, Padilla is back. Will he be in a rotation? We'll see. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm just freaking excited. All right, I'm excited about these super chats. So let's get into them. All right, Clueless. Thanks for being a Scootbox. Remember, thanks for the 5. This is a playoff game against Scum. I want to end their season this weekend more than anything. There's nothing better than making cheaters cry. I agree. Making cheaters cry is a beautiful thing. And so again, I love the fact now Funky, he kind of brought out some things that Michigan, like let's just say they won. Let's say they only had 2 losses and they got into the playoffs. I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. They finished the season with 2 losses. They would. Well, let me ask you this, Nevada. At this point, I know USC lost to Oregon. Let's just say they won, which they're not. Would they be a shoe-in, no doubt, to get into the playoffs as an at-large bid?
No, it would really depend. And one, they need other people to get upset, and 2, it would depend on margin of if they smacked Ohio State, if they came in and smacked us, absolutely they'd get in. If it's a 17-16 game or something like that, and they don't get other upsets, no, I don't think they get there. I think they would fall just short. But I think it's irrelevant. We're gonna I'm just calling it right now. We're gonna smack their booties on Saturday. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
we are. It's like I generally try to stay reserved until the end of the week, but everything that I'm hearing, I like what I'm hearing about how we're going to be attacking them.
Yeah.
I believe in types of games. I believe this is the type of game that we just get off on and really pound those guys good. So I think in the we're talking them in the most unlikeliest of scenarios that they're even competitive in this game, because I just don't think they have the firepower on offense or on defense, and I think it's going to really come back to haunt them.
Yeah, I agree. And so a couple things here with this to your response about them not just being a shoe in. Even with that said, I still like the fact that they believe they're a shoe in. I like the fact that their fans and their media believe that if they can just win Saturday, they'll get in. Because when they lose and get smacked while losing, it'll just even be better. So y'all go ahead and believe that you're a shoe in. It'll just make it better for us. And so the other thing, what else I was going to say about the matchup? The game plan and everything. So I just really believe Michigan's defense. Like people keep talking as if they're this great defense. Their defense is just mid to me. They have a few guys. They're their linebacker. They have good linebackers. Hoffman's a good player. I'm not saying they don't have good players. I'm saying their defense doesn't scare me. We've watched them all year struggle against good to solid offenses. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, as long as we're not dumb, we're going to slice them up. Now, the other thing, Nevada, I think the nerds, was it the nerds? The college football nerds model had the game 31-20. And I'm thinking to myself, man, ain't no way they better not score 20 points. If they score 20 points, we got 49 and they score late. That's crazy to me. Crazy. Before we move on, Nevada, what do you think about the model saying they're going to Michigan's going to drop 20 on this defense? The most points out of any team this entire season. This Michigan offense, I don't care if they are the big blouse.
I mean, look, I don't think it's crazy. I think it's unlikely. I think it's very, very unlikely. And I think, for Ohio State, yeah, that would I think it all depends on how the game tracks out. I think if Ohio State gets out ahead and then Underwood has to start throwing, I think they're in deep trouble. I think if
Yeah.
they can keep it close, if they can hit a big special teams play, if they can have some good fortune, if they can get I guarantee here's a play that's going to happen: 3rd down and long, they're going to throw the ball towards their sideline, and everybody on the team is going to scream pass interference against Davison, and they're going to try to talk the referee into throwing a flag. That type of drive extenders, then they may have a chance to stay in this thing, at least for a half. But they have too many holes defensively. They're not good against the pass, and
No.
that's what we do best. And if we go fast, with their high risk defense where they're trying to be blitzing guys and do stuff like that, somebody's going to get lost and they're going to give up a lot of long touchdowns. That is a Wink Martindale hallmark. And that's what's going to happen on Saturday is lots of blown coverages, lots of big touchdowns. And Ohio State's the perfect antidote for Underwood because they can run with him. So he's not going to be able to outrun our guys. He's not going to be able to scramble around, extend plays. And our strength, I've said this before, strength of our team right down the middle. Caden McDonald, Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, right down the middle. And that's where Michigan tries to play right down the middle. That's a mistake against Ohio State.
I agree. Cannot wait. I tell you, I cannot wait. Mike Green, our good brother. Thanks for the $4.99. I feel we have the best coach players in the country. With that being said, just enjoy the competitive spirit of our boys with no exceptions. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Our guys are going to go out there and compete. Like, I defy anyone to try to convince me that Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Jermaine Matthews, Iggy, Donaldson, who is playing, he's going to be playing his last year here. Everybody, I can just name them all, who maybe experienced a loss last year or this will be their only shot against them, is not going to go out there and really avenge last year's debacle. Last year's debacle may have been a necessary evil for us to accomplish our goals, but now it's payback time. Rent is due. And it's even better that it's up there. Things will come full circle for Ryan Day when he won his first game there in 2019. They try to act like he never beat them, but he blew y'all out 56-24 in the Big Blouse. He's returning. He's going to return the favor of last year's debacle in your house. And I do believe it's going to get ugly. So, Nevada, you got anything on this?
Well, look, I think the loss last year and what's happened, it's never been a function of us not caring about the game. You know what I'm saying? Like people get this thing about caring and do the players care? Or does Ryan Day care? Or did Woody care? Look, I think the problem has been we care too much about the game. And I think that caring too much manifested itself in Ryan Day deviating from what he knew intellectually was the right way to go. And he went on this different path because he cared too much. And I think for us, we just gotta, I think we gotta, I love the way that Ryan Day took away some of the pomp and circumstance from the game this week, you know, the band and some of the other stuff that they're doing. I'm hearing they're flying, not driving up there. You know what I'm saying? Like make this more like a regular business trip and just go up there and just play your game. If we go up there and just play our game and we lose, I mean, I'll feel bad because I hate Michigan more than anything in the whole world, but I won't feel bad about how we lost to Michigan. I just want us to lose. If we're going to lose, putting our best foot forward. Because I think if we put our best foot forward, we should just mop the field with these guys because we're so much better than them. And Vegas feels, I know Vegas is not the final word, but you know, everybody who does analytics on the game, everybody who can watch the game, everybody can see the games, sees that we're just, we're in a different league than this Michigan team. And I think the only way we can play down to them is by caring too much and deviating from what we know is the right path. Just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Day understands. And listen, I know people are going to try to misconstrue. Nevada's not saying that we shouldn't care, or Ryan Day shouldn't care about the rivalry and how big it is and how significant it is. I'm his interpreter right now to say it a different way for those who want to nitpick. He's simply saying that we can't get the caring so much in our head so much that we deviate, like he said, or not do what works for us so that we're prepared and we execute. We're the better team. We were the better team last year. Like we can't let the aura of the rivalry and how much we care about how big it is to interfere with the simplistic things of game planning, executing, and making adjustments and blocking and tackling. That's what he's saying. And so what Ryan Day is doing this year is shifting gears so that we are staying to the routine that works. And I love it. And I think we're going to see the fruits of that up in the Big Blouse on Saturday. All right, here we go. Jay Coburn. I'm on the air, BJ. I'm on air. Just going to run down here like he about to. Jay Coburn. It's my son. BJ's my son. Anyway, thanks for the $4.99. I'm sure last year's flag planting is being played over and over again. Rent's due this Saturday. It show is. It show is due. It's due. And so man, I'm so as a just a sports guy, playing sports, watching sports, just being competitive. Nevada, I envy these guys to be able to go up there and just atone and avenge what happened last year on all levels. The fact that we went on the run we went on, I was saying this to my guy in Nevada the other day, is that you mentioned John Cooper. When he lost that game, we just had to sit in it for a whole nother year. Now we were able to get off the mat and do what we did. Not only were we able to do that, now we can come back and just put the cherry on top. And these boys get to do it in their house. Caleb Downs and all these. I mean, I'm excited for them for this opportunity coming off of a natty. Oh man, I'm just lit right now, Nevada.
Well, because look, you're an athlete yourself, and you know that. I mean, the most helpless feeling for all of his fans is that we can't really do anything about this. They
Mm-hmm.
can do it. They can be active in their own rescue. They can go out and they can make the entire state of Ohio feel better for an entire year by taking care of, like all the cheating scandal and the debacle that was last season, and they can make all that hurt go away, or at least diminish it for a really long time. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I envy them the opportunity that they're being presented with, and also the fact that look, they're just better. We're the most complete team in the country. We're just better. We don't need to do anything special. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just
Yeah.
just play your game, do your thing. And I know the guys are going to be jacked. And I totally agree. Yeah, the flag planting and I mean, the guys are not going to lack for motivation. Nobody's attention span is wandering this week. The coaches have got absolute attention. Everybody is laser focused on what needs to be done up in Ann Arbor on Saturday. And yeah, no, I think that what happened last year at the end of it, and all the talking and the cheating and everything, rent is coming due on Saturday, and I think it's time they pay.
Yep. Definitely, definitely, definitely. All right. So let's get to the next one here. We got Mike Green again. Thanks for the 109. Chip, come out and play run game coordinator. Chip Kelly gets fired. Crazy. It's crazy what happened to our coordinators, Nevada. From Nose to Chip. I mean, it was all good just a year ago for both of them, right? I mean, sheesh, man. What you got on that?
Well, I mean, this could be a whole different pod, but I'll bury this one deep in the show. I think he's coming back as a special consultant for the playoffs.
Might as well. Why
So
not?
he
Yeah,
he knows the offense, he knows the player. That's not stepping on Heartline, that's
right.
assisting Brian. And he's got time, and he's being paid $12 million for the next 2 years, but for the Raiders. So he's got time, he's got money, he's familiar. He's one of Ryan Day's dearest friends. Um, so do not be surprised when that happens.
Yeah, that needs to happen. To me, that's a no-brainer. Let me see. So real quick, you just mentioned cheating. I thought this meme was funny. Somebody made this meme. It's the famous Homer Simpson meme, where he tucks his all his fat in his back. He has Michigan 4 in a row versus Ohio State. And then behind the back, you see all that fat that he's hiding from Marge, and it's in the name of caught cheating, 7-5 season, missed playoffs, Harbaugh banned, more suspended. It's like, yeah, we see y'all. Y'all can boast this 4 in a row crap, but you look closer, scam. All right, I had to get that off real quick. All right, let's get to the next super chat. All right, here we go. We got Clueless. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Clueless again. Thanks for the 5. Thanks for being a scoop out. Remember, my family and I have a tradition of putting up and decorating the tree. What festivities do you enjoy when celebrating the game? Now we decorate. I'm Mr. Christmas. I'm Mr. Clark Griswold. I'm the Black Clark Griswold. Like I love Christmas. I do all have the kids help me put the Christmas tree up and the lights, and I'm Daddy Christmas. I love it. So every Black Friday is when I do all that. It's a tradition. Like that's the day after Thanksgiving and before the scum game. So that's really my tradition. Nevada, what you got?
Well, first of all, my lights are already up, so I'm one of those
Oh
guys. So
wow.
yeah, I
Wow.
already put my, because I love Christmas and I like having the lights on the house. So my lights are already. I don't have my tree. Now the idea that I could be multitasking during the game, um, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. People are barely allowed to speak at my house during the game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm too. It's funny because my wife was like, she wanted to have like her relatives over for the game, and I'm just like, are you kidding? Like like, seriously, like no. And so my daughter is having like her boyfriend or like serious boyfriend, and she's like, hey, he wants to come, and can he sit in the living room with us and watch the game? And we finally decided after we took a vote among the family, we're gonna let him sit in the living room with us and watch it. But that's a big one. That's a big one. So yeah, the idea that we'd be decorating the tree or doing something, no, dude, we are living and dying on every single play. And if we win, we just watch TV the rest of the day and just revel in the victory. And if we lose, it's a complete media blackout. The television goes off, and it's like a funeral around the house for the immediate future. So I can only think of winning, but I cannot multitask during the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's ridiculous for anybody that tries to do that. You're not serious. I don't take you seriously, sir or ma'am. They cooking you in the comments, Nevada. They said Nevada. He said, "Tell me you aren't the neighbor who keeps the Christmas lights up past New Year." He said,
I put them on this week. I got them. I put them up. It's Thanksgiving week. All the kids are coming in from all over the country. I wanted them to come to the house and have the lights on, so I put them on Monday. I don't. It was not that early. Put them on, but yeah, they are definitely up right now. Now I got to go rake my leaves or something like that. A lot of leaves fell down now.
"Yeah, I got a lot of leaves too." Nevada never took them down. LOL.
It's just like,
Nevada is that
not
guy.
true. Not true. This is not true. Also, I go with the multicolored lights too. I don't go with the white lights. My wife wanted to go to the white, like just all white,
Yeah,
and I'm
white
like,
is kind of
what?
boring.
That's boring. That's so boring. No, we're multi. We're like the Candyland house. So we got the Candyland stuff going out there in front of but only the Monday of Thanksgiving week. That's when they went on.
Yeah, Nevada, make the boyfriend watch through the window from outside.
Yeah, I seriously,
I
I wanted
agree.
to,
I
I
agree.
wanted, I
I'm
wanted to
down.
do that. I wanted to do my boys, the other boys that were just like, Dad, he can't watch with us. They can't watch with us at Michigan. And so my daughter just advised them, just don't say anything during the game. Don't ask questions. Don't say anything, or then just sit silently and just watch the game. So we're gonna see. We're gonna give him a dry run. But he's the first outsider ever to make it into the living room during the game. So we'll see how that
Oh,
goes.
I'll say a little sweet prayer for him. Um, and yeah, and so listen, my wife has learned over the years, the silent protocol. Like, don't just leave daddy. Like, let him rock over there. Like, do not disturb, especially for this game, for sure. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. What we got next? What we got next? All right, here we go. Mike Green, once again, thanks for the 199. Can't just hold out players. Great acting job, JJ. Now, listen, I don't think he's acting. I think, again, like we talked about this. I've been dinged up with little injuries that are nagging, and I was limpy or just sore, but I stretch it out, a good stretch out, and I'm out there running around like nothing happened. I might be sore afterwards, but it seems to be one of those situations. They wouldn't have played him against who the heck was it? UCLA, if it was that serious. So, but no, that's funny. I mean, listen, I'm all for the theatrics to throw the enemy off, but I don't think it's that deep, Nevada.
It's strictly pain tolerance. It's not nothing structural. It's nothing, further injury or something. It's strictly just about pain tolerance. And on that day, everybody's going to be able to go. And yeah, you're exactly right. It's just gonna he'll stretch it out. He'll be ready to go. And you watch the UCLA game. You didn't see any impact. There was no like the last play he pulled up and he dragged his leg off the field. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There was no there. This is so he could have gone. He could have pushed through. And JJ, truth be told, he's a wide receiver, so he's got a little bit of the drama in him, just a little bit of drama because that's just kind of genetically bred into every wide receiver is that they're a little bit of a diva and they go out there and they like the flair for the dramatic. And I think he's kind of enjoying that everybody's kind of gripping on this, and he'll be ready. You watch.
Yep. I agree. All right. We got next, and I'm trying to make sure I don't I'm like there's so we got so many super chats. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing some as I'm scrolling through, so I'm double checking. Y'all going hard today. It is the game week, though. I feel y'all's energy, man. This is crazy. All right. Roll 410. Thanks for the 499. If Ryan Day has been playing chess the entire season, what do you think he consults with for these big picture plans, such as slowing the tempo? What's your thoughts on that, Nevada?
Well, I mean, look, I mean, I know some of the people that Ryan Day talks to, and they're the same. I mean, look, Chip Kelly was one of the masters of fast tempo, and Chip Kelly was the first person that had really ever mentioned to Ryan kind of the downside of fast tempo and kind of the embrace to the slow tempo. And that was a Chip Kelly thing that came from Chip to Ryan last year. And I think you're seeing him put into impact last year. I think more so this year than ever before because they learned that it worked. So yeah, I think it's ironic that Chip, who was the master of playing fast, was probably the architect and the guy that really convinced Ryan to go slow and what a difference that would make in a potential 16, 17 game schedule. So I'd say Chip Kelly.
Yeah, I agree. And it's funny, Nevada. I've seen some people, when people I said, bring him back in, as a consultant, and they're like, keep him far away from Ohio State as possible. What? Are you serious? People are just dumb, Nevada. People are dumb. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that, unless you want to respond to the dumbness.
Well, yeah, I mean, Chip was, an integral part of our national championship last year. The running game concepts just brought tears to my eyes. They were so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, when we were cooking, we were cooking. And I think people look, nobody's perfect. Nobody in the coaching game is perfect except for maybe Urban Meyer. But Chip Kelly is as close to that as possible. And I thought he was the best offensive coordinator ever to come to Ohio State. And the fact that he left to become the highest paid coordinator in the NFL just kind of proved that as well. So no, I have nothing but mad respect for Chip Kelly. And if Chip Kelly can come back in any capacity, analyst, uh, consultant, whatever, to help with this playoff run, I think it'll pay huge, huge, huge dividends for Ohio State in general and for Brian Hartline in particular.
Definitely. That's just another mastermind with extensive knowledge of the program and the scheme, just to add to the pot.
And he knows all and he knows all the players.
Right.
He knows the guys.
Exactly. It's just like, what are you talking about? Like, anyway. All right. Mitchell Smith, thanks for the 2. What is going on with Hossman from the T-Bar North? So we mentioned him earlier. He's day to day. We expect him to play.
Whoa. God told him to play. So how is he not going to play? If God came down to you, like if you're sitting there in the living room and you're like, you're watching TV or something like that, you've got the Yule log smoking in there in the fireplace and kids running around playing thing, and God came in and told you to do something, you would do it, B. You would do it. You would do it. Okay. So if Hausman was told by God to play, I think he's got to play.
B, go and make popcorn for your family. It's the perfect time.
but extra butter, B. Extra butter. Don't strip on the butter like you usually do.
Oh man. Good times. Yeah. So there you go. He will play. Thus saith the Lord. Like
the Lord told him.
He's going to play.
Lord told him to play. Yes.
So here we go. All right. Sean Krutka. Thanks for the 10. Sorry to repeat my question from last night, but wanted Nevada's thoughts. Anything new with Hartline and PSU? Their insiders continue to say he's a finalist and that he told PSU AD he wants the job. So yeah, me and Funky addressed this last night, but Nevada, you can double tap this zombie if you want.
Yeah, he's not going to Penn State. He's not going anywhere. Brian Hartline wants to be the next coach at Ohio State. And, you see guys, and you look at what happened this year with Jim Knowles. You look at what happened this year with Chip Kelly. You leave the mothership and you go these other places, and, you may not have the players. You may not have the built-in advantages you do at Ohio State. You may not be as good at other places as you are at Ohio State. And so for Brian, does he really want to go and get exposed, or is he going to just slum on by making $4 million a year, whatever he's doing here as the offensive coordinator, waiting for Ryan inevitably to win his next national titles at Ohio State and then move on to his next challenge? I really believe that's Brian's path. That's what I've been told is Brian's path. I don't believe for a second the Penn State rumors I believe they'll move on to whomever, but I have not heard anybody credible in the agent community saying that Brian Hartline is a serious candidate for the Penn State job or for any job in college football right now. That's what I'm hearing. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. Would I bet my last dollar that's true? No, certainly would not. But I think it's pretty solid information and it makes logical sense to me. And I never bought the Brian's going to switch shirts at the halftime of the Penn State game and run out there and jump on there and be the coach. And all the stories from Penn State have never made any sense, and they still don't make any sense.
No, and just real quick, I want to bring some clarity, Sean Krutka. I was not calling you a zombie. I just, how people misconstrue stuff, and I said double tap this zombie. I was talking about this narrative, like from Penn State. Like, how you shoot a narrative down and it keeps popping up.
Did you call a guy a zombie? You called a guy a zombie? You're like the nice guy. You're the nice guy in the show. I'm the mean guy. I'm Nevada, the mean guy. You're B Moses, the guy that everybody loves, B Moses, man. Now you're calling people zombies?
Listen, I'm trying to prevent somebody out there is gonna clip me and say, you just gonna take this from this bozo? He called you a zombie live on air, so I'm getting out in front of it. But anyway, that's funny. All right. What we got? Clueless, thanks for being a Scoop Ultra member. Okay, 11 months, almost a year, brother. Let's bring Chip Kelly back as an offensive analyst for the playoffs. In our minds, you read our minds. He left this comment before we got into it. So great minds think alike. Absolutely. It's a no-brainer. I mean, we've already addressed it. We won't rehash, but you heard what we said. Great decision. Welcome back. Have a seat. Let's dive in and get this back-to-back natty, Nevada.
Yeah, and again, I understand this is a message board podcast. People have different opinions, but frankly, anybody who would argue against that, I really don't understand. I mean, I don't understand. Like, this would be like the biggest no-brainer in the history of no-brainers, and I think it would be hugely additive to Ohio State over the next couple of months, and I'm praying that happens.
Yep, same here. All right. Here we go. We got Will the Thrill. What's up, man? Thanks for the $4.99. I agree. Ryan knows he needs this one. He doesn't care about narrative this time around. Winning is all that matters. 31-17 Bucks. Nevada, what you got on that?
Just give Julian the ball. Give the most accurate quarterback in the history of the college football the ball and let him throw the football and just let the chips fall where they may. I mean it. And just take away the run from Michigan, take away the interior run, and make Underwood beat you with his arm. And again, if we lose passing, and if we lose with Underwood passing on us, hey, I'll tip my hat to him, and it'll be disappointing, but we'll move on. Life will go on. But I can live with those outcomes. But take away the interior run and give Julian the ball, and let's go get it done. Yep.
Let Julian cook. Let him cook. And especially it's exciting because the past few weeks have been, scrimmages. So now we get to see things ramp back up on a national stage and really for him to control the Heisman race going into the Big Ten championship. It's so much going on, and I just can't wait. I can't wait. All right. Well, we got Mike Green again. What's up? Thanks for the 199. Don't be surprised if this isn't a blowout. Yeah, man. I don't have a final score yet, but I'm still here.
Whoa. B.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of negatives in there. So don't be surprised if this isn't a blowout. So did you mean don't be surprised if this is a blowout?
Did I misread that?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to. Isn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. I thought I misread that.
But I know Mike Green, though. I mean, I don't know Mike Green, but I know Mike Green. I think he's saying he thinks this is going to be a blowout. Or is he saying he thinks this isn't going to be a blowout?
Can you clarify, Mike? Can you clarify in the regular comments? Because the way I read it, I was thinking like I just misread it. And I thought he was saying, I'll be surprised if this isn't a blowout. It's how
he might be saying that. He might be saying, but I want some clarification.
Well, he said absolutely. That don't answer us. What does that mean? Okay. What does that mean? Okay. So now he just said blowout.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's the Mike Green I know and love.
Yeah. I'm about to say I was confused. Like, hold on now. So okay, cool. So now go back to my comment here. Like for that's a good call out because I think just typo. He didn't type it right. We get you. So yes, I will be very surprised, and I'm still irritated by the notion that they're going to score 20 points. No, listen. How is this offense going to score 20 points against this defense unless it's 45-13 and the backups are in the fourth quarter? We just let them score. Other than that, they're not scoring 20 points on this defense. So, yes, I haven't had my final score yet, prediction, but how are they going to consistently move the ball on this defense? And I just don't think their defense can hold us down with our guys playing, with attacking their secondary. I bro, I can't see it, Nevada.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, and Ryan Day's telling the guys he does not believe this game needs to be close. I don't believe this game needs to be close. I don't believe this game is going to be close.
Yeah.
And I agree with everything you're saying, and I agree with Mike Green. Even if it was indelicately typed, that this game will be a blowout. I'm right there. Blowout. I'm with you, Mike.
And they deserve it. I mean, like, to me, yes, I just want to win. Just win the game, of course. But, man, if anybody deserved the bloodbath, it's these idiots. I mean, sweet Jesus. Yes, they need a blowout. And I think Ryan Day understands that. They understand the assignment, and they're right for the picking. And we just need to not be dumb and play our game, and I believe it will happen. All right, we got Roll 410. Thanks for the 499. I only tune in for the B Moses weather report and to see if Nevada has watched The Last Dragon yet. Maybe he will do it at 40K subscribers. Calling you out, Nevada.
Dude, we get to 37. I will watch The Last Dragon the day we get to 30. We're 50 away. I guarantee there's enough people on the show right now. Click that subscribe button. We're going to 30. I will put on The Last Dragon right now and give you an accurate report. And I'll give you like a character breakdown and show enough and everything else like that. I will let you know exactly what I feel about all this stuff right there. And so 30, get us to 30. It doesn't need to be 40. Get us to 37,000. Get us so that we are the #1 Ohio State podcast on YouTube. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you, great members. We appreciate you guys so much. Put us over the top. Let's get Nevada in watching The Last Dragon.
That's light work, man. That is light work. 50? Man, listen, it's almost 1,000 people watching right now. We can't find 50 people?
Come on, hit that button.
Let's do it. Now. Let's go. All right, because I want this man to watch The Last Dragon. That's one of my childhood favorite movies. We need to connect as brothers. And we can't do that if he doesn't watch the movie. It's up to you people to get him going. So look at that. All right, man. Good stuff. Mark from Dub C, thanks for the $9.99. Thank you for being a Scoop Ultra member. To quote Doc Holliday, it's not revenge we are after, it's the reckoning. I like it, Nevada. You like that quote? It's pretty slick.
Yeah, I mean, Tombstone, really underrated flick. That's one of the movies that comes on, and I as soon as I see it's on, I always stop and I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those. It's kind of like Patton. Have you ever seen Patton? Tell me you've seen Patton.
I haven't.
You haven't seen Patton?
I have not. I'm about to Google it right now.
You haven't seen Patton?
I have not. Patton?
It won Best Picture. It's one of the great war epic movies of all.
1970?
1973, I think it was, or so 70. It's early 70s. You've never seen Patton?
No, I'm looking at it now, and I see the cover has the general with the binoculars.
Yeah, George C. Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I mean, listen, I wasn't born when this movie came out.
Yeah, but B, you weren't born when the Bible happened either, and you read the Bible too. Right?
Listen, let me add it to my list. I wouldn't watch You watched
The Best of Times. You watched The Best of Times.
Yeah, yes, and I loved it. The White
Reno Hightower.
I loved it. So listen, let me put this in my phone now.
Patton is such a great movie. So I'll be watching The Last Dragon while you're watching Patton. Anyway, Tombstone, yeah, one of those movies whenever it comes on, love it. Val Kilmer, iconic role. If you said either Doc Holliday or Iceman, I'm going with Doc Holliday. I think it was a better role.
Definitely a classic movie. Great actors. The first time I was really introduced as a young guy to these actors and just was like stuck.
Well, and Michael Bean who played Johnny Ringo. Michael Bean, the great
Yeah.
actor from the Terminator. Um, underrated actor. That was a really deep role. That was really, really well done.
Yeah, man. You go maybe I mean, listen, with this holiday week we got, I might have to I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna try to find Patton. The trick is, where can I find it? If
Don't
anybody in
know.
the chat, like if you know a streaming service that I can find it on, put it in the chat.
Oh, what a movie! What a movie! Big
Yeah,
movie.
I'm a,
This is when they used to make big movies with like big war scenes with like tanks and airplane. You know what I'm saying? Like not
yeah.
this was not digital effects. This was like the real deal. And great ensemble cast, unbelievable movie.
All right, I'm on it. I'm on it. All right, A Willis, thanks for the 4.99. 5 more days till Arville splatters Fat Underwood all over the field. Beat the cheaters. Retribution. Go Bucks. OH Nevada. Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. He's not going to be running and scrambling and picking up a bunch of first downs, because he will indeed be splattered by the boys, Nevada, for sure.
I agree, and our speed going to be one of the keys. Yeah, for him, he can run past those defenses where the guys can't run with him. He ain't going to be able to do it against Ohio State, and Caleb Downs is going to have something to say about his mobility.
Oh, absolutely. All right. What we got next? We got Clueless again. Thanks for the 5. Thanks for being a scoop box. Remember, I hope the officiating is good for once. The last 4 years, the officiating has been so obviously one-sided. How come no one is talking about it? The refs have just been all-time bad, just period. But to me, the remedy is we're going to come out. We're going to execute cleanly. We're not going to give the refs any opportunity to be stupid and, throw a flag that doesn't really need to be thrown. And we're going to move right down the field and score. And just we're going to overwhelm them so much that the referees won't matter, Nevada.
Yeah, it's like Will Patton and Remember the Titans. Leave no doubt. Just leave no doubt. Leave
Another
no
great
doubt.
movie.
Another great movie.
For sure. All right. Let's move on because they still stacking. All right, here we go. Y'all going crazy today. All right. Ernie Gonzalez, thanks for the 4.99. Who gets to put on the first big hit on defense to underwear and make him wet himself? I'm gonna go. That's a good question. Who's gonna be the first to pop him? I'm gonna go with McDonald. McDonald's gonna collapse the pocket, and he's gonna try to step up and run. He's gonna smack him, and then from there it's gonna be Arville Reese, and from there it's gonna be Downs, and from there it's gonna be Sonny, and from there it's gonna be Matthews on a corner blitz. I'm just greedy. What you got, Nevada?
I'm going to say Caden Curry. I think Caden Curry's going. I think Caden Curry's going to get loose, and I think he's going to blindside him, and I think he's going to hit him, and
yes, that's good.
Maybe put him down.
I like it. Either way, he getting smacked. Somebody smacking him. Yes. All right, here we go. We got Jamil Abdur. Sorry about that. Thanks for the 5. If the Buckeyes win, should we return the favor and plant our flag in the heart of the wicked witch of the north? No. I said this yesterday. Let them lames do the flag planting. Let them lames be the ones that act like they haven't been there before. Like, we don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're restoring order. From the cheating up until last year's fluky loss, order needs to be restored. All of the universe, the whole of the universe is crying out for restoration with this ridiculousness of Michigan, they're cheating and they're supposed winning leading up to this point. So no, Nevada, the flag planting is just, no, that's weak to me. What you got?
Yeah, I wouldn't flag plant, but how are you on the Marcus Hall double birds? Where do you fall on that? Or I'll throw 2 at you. You got Marcus Hall double birds to the crowd, and you've got the more iconic one. People don't talk about the tearing down of the banner when Ohio State came out and tore down their banner. So where do you fall on those 2 things? How do you feel about the tearing down of the banner? How do you feel about Marcus Hall flipping the double birds?
So let me ask you, because again, I remember the tearing down of the banner, but I'm foggy because I wasn't born.
Right.
So did we win that game?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Now I remember the story of Woody Hayes. Like, basically it was like it was a motivating tactic. Like, hey man, like, I think it got under Michigan's skin. I think it helped. It worked. So to me, I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Tear the banner down. It's on your way out, whatever. The Marcus Hall double bird. What was he ejected
He,
for?
I
I'm
mean, I
trying to
remember.
remember. It was
I think there
BS. I think it was.
yeah, there was some on-field fracas, or they came on the field, or took off or something. But yeah, he got thrown out early in that game, and I remember it was kind of a weak call. But then he went with the double birds, and we won that game as well. So coincidence? I think not.
Yeah. So to me, those two incidents are a little different to me
Okay.
because Woody Hayes was trying to motivate his guys before the game. That stupid banner was going to come down anyway. They pull it down anyway. We might as well let us pull it down. That's one. Two, Marcus Hall was improvised after a BS call. I forget what it was, but it was BS. And, it was like impromptu. The whole flag planting thing to me smacks of, just
Douchiness.
douchiness. We haven't been here before, like I don't think that's our energy. Like we don't need to do that. So that's just how I feel about it.
Okay, last question, and I'll let you go because I know we got a super chat. Baker
Yep.
Mayfield, do we still hate him for planting the flag at Ohio Stadium after the game?
Honestly, I Nevada Buck, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. I don't know what happened. I think I went out for a second, but y'all can still see me and hear me, right? Let me know. Cool. Okay. All right. Looks like I'm back. Anyway, I really wasn't that bothered with Baker Mayfield. I didn't love it, but I don't have a grudge with him now. I don't care. Michigan is a whole nother level, obviously, with the rivalry.
Okay,
So
understood.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah,
B, you're tough, but you're fair. That's what I like about you, B.
yeah,
Now,
yeah. I
B,
try.
go make Nevada some popcorn. This is God sticking to you. And he likes extra salt on his popcorn, too. And none of that cheap imitation butter that you like to put on there.
That's a very detailed message. Like,
Well, God's
really?
busy. He's talking to Hausman. Now he's getting on butter from Nevada.
Oh man, that is funny. Let me see. What we got? Okay, here we go. I'm trying to keep up these super chats. Will the Thrill, thanks for the 999. When our boys win, they should just walk off the field like it ain't no thing. We have a higher standard than those bums. If I'm Ryan, I don't even shake Tubby the janitor's hand. Hilarious. I agree. Walk off the field because again, we're restoring order of what we just do. Okay. Again, it took a massive 3-year cheating scandal to get off the schneid for them, and they got a fluky win last year. This is a bunch of crap. We're restoring order. Okay. We don't need to, honestly, I hope we just, smile, walk off the field, dap each other up, let Holly Rowe, or not Holly Rowe, that's ESPN, Jenny Taft or whoever interview Ryan Day and talk about Indiana and proud of these seniors and then bang out. Like, we're just restoring order. Y'all can be the goofies and do all the flag planting and, all the other crap. So, yeah, I agree. Will the Thrill.
How about Caleb Downs just doing like the little parade pageant wave like he was doing that one? You could do that,
Yeah.
right? They just
Yeah.
have their wave to the
That's
little
fair.
wave to the crowd. That's
you can
fair.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's fine. Anything
Okay.
other than that,
No.
All right, here we go. Hella Galerius, thanks for the 5. God came down, told me to play the bottom buck. Are you sure that wasn't Sharon Moore? Yeah, you're in our heads once again. He was probably like had a little what do you call like a little bullhorn behind the wall, like Hossman.
Well, that is if God has kind of like a vacant look on his face, like he's lost, like he's out there in the sidelines, because that's what Sharon Moore looks like. Sharon Moore always looks like he's like stumbled into like a bar mitzvah or something like that, and he's not sure what to do. He has no idea where he is. He's just gonna sit. He's always just kind of looking like he's lost, and I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be the head coach. You're supposed to be like he's not. He never's talking to anybody. He's never strategized. He just always has this like blank look on his face. His mouth's kind of open, kind of slightly, and it's like he has no idea what's going on. So if that's what God looks like, that maybe that's what Sharon Moore looks like.
Yeah, he definitely walks in like, I can't believe I got this job, man.
What am I doing? These guys are paying me to do this. I don't even know where I am.
Oh man, that's dead on balls accurate in my Marissa Torme voice. All right. Actually, looks like we got to the bottom here. The endless bottom of super chats. Y'all, God bless y'all. Y'all excited. All right. Cars Washington, thanks for being a Scoop Ultra member. Thanks for the 199. 103 bucks. Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. I love it, Nevada. We're gonna give our scores later this week, of course. But yeah, man, let's get it in.
I can't believe Cars thought they're gonna score. They at least go 100-0 at that point. Man, they're not scoring. We're going 100-0.
Oh man, leaving them scoreless would be absolutely beautiful. Although they have the kicker that can hit 60-yarders, so that's probably not in the cards. But I'll take 3. I'll take 45-3 or whatever. That would just be glorious. So, but yeah, man. Listen, great show. Oh, one more super chat. Mike Green, thanks for the 199. How boring Gus keep acting during our games. Beat it. Yeah, I'm sure he could like on an 80-yard kick return up and Ohio State scores. Touchdown Ohio State. That, dude, like lose your voice, idiot. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, don't show your complete bias. Like, just don't tip your hand that much. Anyway. Yeah, so all right, guys, listen, great show, great start to the week. We got a nice full week of coverage. I'm sure we're going to hear more antics and banter and media updates and rumors and all types of garbage, but the game will be here soon. We're going to enjoy Thanksgiving with our families. We're going to blink, and it's going to be game time. We cannot wait. Any last words, Nevada?
No, we're going to keep our fingers on the pulse of these stories. If anything changes, we'll update you guys, let you guys know what's going on. But as right now, all systems go. We think the Buckeyes are going to be fully healthy for Saturday.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Love y'all. And we will talk to y'all tomorrow. Go Bucks. Peace. Subscribe. Peace.